Welcome to Paint You. Today we took a brush out of the bag, a Mac brush, dagger, sword, striper, whatever you want to call it. We trimmed it up, we broke it in, we oiled it. Let me show you how I did it. So we just got our brand new brush in, and we have to trim this before we test it out and break it in. Let's do that right now. I have some mineral spirits. I'm going to dunk this in here, get nice and wet, because I do need to trim the tip of this brush a little bit. I will show you why. We have a bunch of stragglers right there at the end that we have to get off. Those hairs need to go, and we need to have a real nice taper with no kind of excess or extra long hairs. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Way more zoomed in, and my camera's shaking like a dog shitting razors. We have to get rid of just this part here. Best way to do it, fresh blade. Just took it out of the package. And I'm going to find the intersection between the straggly hairs and the point. If you take off too much, it'll be too blunt. You don't want to take off too much. You could always trim it again if you need to, and work from out to in if you need to. So I'm going to take off this bit right here. So I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to take my blade. I'm going to push, give it just a little pull, and there it is. Nice, fresh, and clean. Now that we're all trimmed up, let's break this in and see how it works. These are all handmade brushes in Michigan. So I do test every brush before I take it out in the field and use it. I do want to break it in just a little bit before I expect too much out of it. I don't want to go to a job, trim a brush, and start expecting that it's going to work. I always have my brush box with me with 12 different sword stripers in there. Each one has its own trim. Each one has its own length. You know, they're all made to do different things depending on the job. So as I'm paleting it in, I am looking for any hairs that might be stuck in an awkward angle, because that hair that's stuck out sideways can impede the performance of the rest of the hairs. So it will stop the turning, it'll stick around the corner, it'll drag differently. So as I'm paleting, I'm just making sure that all the hairs are right, they're all lined right, I don't have to pull any out. They look pretty good. Hairs are saturated, fully loaded. Now I'm just going to pull a couple lines just to see how the brush works. Down, pull, and we'll do a little C curve this way, a little C curve this way, just seeing how the belly moves, seeing how the brush works. Pretty clean. My dog's back in the house. I'm going to do some S-turns again, just to see how the brush is working. This is all just kind of testing before I go out and use it in a design. I'm getting the belly of the brush out of the way. I'm turning the brush, going back and forth like this with the brush. I'm always turning the belly into the turn. So if I'm going left, I'm twisting the belly towards the left. Think of the end of the handle like a steering wheel. If I want to turn to the right, I twist that wheel. Go in that direction, right? So let's do an S-turn the other direction. This brush is beautiful so far. I think we have ourselves a winner. Now, I do sell Mac brushes on my website, tntcustompaint.com. I also have my own quills, detail brushes, scroll brushes. all made from MAC. So you know they are of the highest quality, because you don't want to compromise on quality when you are doing artwork like this. All right, moment of truth. Let's time lapse a design. All right, we got ourselves a winner. Time to oil it up. Work that oil in all the hairs so we can store this. And this is what the design looks like when we're done. Not bad for just a practice panel. I will go and erase this and keep practicing a little bit more. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, throw it down in the comment section. And please like and subscribe for more. I think that's what these YouTube people say, right? I don't know. Let's paint.